I finished reading Reality Transurfing about a week ago, and it was the longest read that I've ever had in any book. And I feel like a lot of people want to read this book, but no one really has the time, and fair enough. But I read it, and honestly, it's a great book. A lot of the things that I went over in this book, I've already applied in my life and in my business. And the main thing it made me realize was I've gotten really complacent ever since my off season. And I've been getting that back lately with YouTube, so thank you for that. But the biggest thing that helped me get to where I am in my life, and that I think that you'll benefit from a lot too, is the world is a mirror. The world reflects whatever you think it as, or how I say it, you get what you think. But if you don't have a conscious out view on life based on your goals and what you want life to be for you, you're gonna lose all the control that you have over your life. And if you don't have control over yourself, someone else is going to control you. Because the thing is, almost every single person on life wants control over you. Of course, some people have good intentions, like probably your parents, your mentors, your friends. And a lot of people have bad intentions for you, like bad salespeople, or just anyone who wants you to do something for their own personal gain without thinking of you. Even to a degree, I guess I kind of want control over you by watching this video. I'm just kidding, I love you. The big way that people get control over you without even trying is just negativity. And as humans, we're just more attracted to negativity. And there's nothing wrong with that, because that's just human evolution. Back in the caveman days, we needed things like fear, danger, being cautious of our surroundings, hunger. We needed those things if we actually wanted to survive. And that just carried on throughout all of evolution of life till now. So the way that you really do indulge in negativity is when you're unconscious. So the only way to get around that is if you're consciously thinking of being positive. And if you've been self-improving for a while, you'll have definitely heard people say that you need to cut out all negativity in your life. And it's true. And if you look around in life, even just in your close circle, the people that you resent the most are all negative people. But a way to be conscious in your life and actually be cautious of this, one way that the author goes about this and looks at it is you need to realize that you're in a dream and go lucid. The author's Vadim's the line, by the way, I forgot to mention that. And one thing that I learned from the book as well is not even just about the book, but in life general, the things that get repeated the most are the things that are true. But the reasons why corny sayings like be yourself, pursue the journey, not the end result, the reason those things are said a million times and that we've heard them a million times is because they're true. The book goes over the same things a bunch of times throughout it. And the most interesting thing that kept being brought up in this book was your world will take care of you. And as someone who has full control over their life, I don't believe in destiny or fate or any of that kumbaya stuff. If I want something, I can get it. There's no such thing as life just happens to you. And you need to adopt that mentality if you really want to have a bigger impact on life. But it was so interesting because the author, he didn't go against that mentality. He has the same way of thinking. But what he meant was more of a mental outlook on things. Back to the saying that you get what you think, that's essentially what this goes over. If you've been enjoying the video so far or you got some value out of it, if you could please subscribe, that would honestly mean so much to the channel's growth as well as me. Thank you. But in a bit more in depth, he talks about this thing called lifelines and alternative realities. So essentially these are different realities that you have all simultaneously going on in different universes, and you can hop between them based on how you think and view the world. And it essentially says that anything is possible as long as that is your goal and that's the thing that you're most focused on. Life is just gonna bring you to those things, but not if you just sit around and do nothing. Of course, you need to take action, and whatever actions you take, it's gonna take you to the place that you wanna be. Maybe you wanna be a millionaire, but you take the slower route by investing. You're still gonna hit the million mark. Or if you start a business and you start going towards that million a lot quicker, maybe by the age of 25, you're still gonna hit the million. But the actions that you take, it's going to bring you to the same goal, just at different time periods or in different ways. And a big realization is just because something doesn't go your way in the moment doesn't mean it's not going to turn out how you want it to. There's a million different ways to accomplish certain things. For example, money. There's a million different ways to make $1 million. And instead, our minds need to let go of that control aspect of it can only go this way and accept that it can go a million different ways. That was one thing that was just super interesting to me, and that got me thinking a lot. I think it's probably going to get you thinking a lot too. And I hope it does, because it's really changed my perspective on how I think. One thing that I want to touch on as well, before we move on to the thing that had the most impact on me, which was this one section of the book called Money. I want to go over being yourself and being genuine. Again, this is such kumbaya, wishy-washy advice, but it's said so many times because it's true. If you really want a genuine life, a real relationship with someone, and meaning in your life, you have to be yourself. There's people like Sneeko and Zerka and all these other people in the Red Pill community who've just copied other people like Tate and they completely redo exactly everything he did, and they got quick fame from that, but no one actually cares about these people. No one actually goes out of their way like, I love this guy, I'm gonna buy his product. And the reason is because they're not genuine. So if you want long-term success, genuine meaning in your life, you need to be yourself. And back to you get what you think, when you complain about not having enough money, you stay in that lifeline. You stay in the lifeline where I don't have money. And there's two ways that you can actually become financially free in life. The first way, the more extreme way, is you get fed up with not having money, living in a certain place or living a certain lifestyle, so you make the change. And the other way is you just don't care about money at all. And there's nothing wrong with either one of these approaches. So many millionaires have came from nothing. They became sick and tired of what they had, so they made a change in their life. But at the same time, a lot of millionaires and even other billionaires got to where they are without caring about money and only focusing on their goal, like Bill Gates, Elon, Jeff. If you look at any of their interviews, none of them genuinely care about money.
What's with the Honda?
Like, yes, Jeff Bezos is balling out now, but money was never his goal. So how do you actually make a lot of money? The way that I went about it, and that most of these guys went about it too, is you have to work towards a goal. When you strictly focus on a goal and just accept that money is going to be a side factor of it, that's when money does come in. As funny as this is, the most money I've ever made in my life was during the period when I didn't care about money at all. But if you just focus on your main goal or your main purpose in life, money's just going to be an accompanying factor to it. It's going to come regardless. So keep a few of these mental shifts in mind whenever you're going about the next business venture, the next relationship, or just the next period of your life. Have a few of these in mind and you'll just have a different view and experience of life in general. But yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. I really do appreciate you making it to the end. If you want to learn my business model, go ahead and check out the description or join our community and be around like-minded people, or even just check out my free sales course. Everything's in the description. You can go check them out if you want. And with everything being said, enjoy the rest of the day. Have a good one. Bye-bye.